What is going on, everyone? Is it time for the Houston Texans to make a change at play caller? Should the Texans move on from second-year OC Bobby Slowik, who in the offseason was getting head coach interviews after a job well done last season with rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud? The NFL really does stand for not for long. It's a what have you done for me lately league. And lately this Houston Texan offense has been a disaster. It's been lackluster, no creativity, no second half adjustments. You know how bad the Houston Texans are in the second half? All year they've averaged 8 points in quarters 3 and 4. In the past 4 games, the Houston Texan offense has failed to score a touchdown. How does that happen? With second-year quarterback C.J. Stroud, the reigning offensive rookie of the year, Joe Mixon, who has had 4 100-yard game performances, Tank Dell, who is healthy, has been healthy all year. This Houston Texan offense is the only thing holding back this team from greatness. You have an elite Super Bowl caliber defense. You just saw what they did against the Detroit Lions offense. You could expect that type of performance week in and week out. The type of performance you can expect from this offense is a strong quarters 1 and 2 and a collapse in the second half. If the Houston Texans can figure this out, they can make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, and that is easier said than done. So if you were asking me, does a change need to be made in play caller? Yes. And I will explain more. We have an article from John Crumpler, lead analyst from the Texans Wire. We are going to react to that. This episode is brought to you and powered by BetUS, ladies and gentlemen. They're giving you a 150% bonus on your first deposit, up to $2,000 on your second and third. It's a 125% sign-up bonus with promo code YouTube150. Quick 24-hour payouts, 24-hour customer service. BetUS, ladies and gentlemen, where the game begins. Now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this article is from John Crumpler, lead analyst of the Texans Wire. He's been on the show before. I'm going to put the link in the description down below, but let's get started. Following Sunday, the Texans ranked 16th in EPA. If you don't know what EPA means, it stands for estimated points added, and it is a system that is measured on every single down, whether it positively or negatively impacted your chance of scoring. So if it's a positive play, it's a good EPA. If it's a negative play, a low EPA. The Texans ranked 16th in EPA per pass at negative 0.04 and 23rd in passing efficiency at 41.1%, despite being headlined by the 2023 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. They ranked 28th in EPA per carry at negative 0.31 and 31st in rushing success rate at a measly 34.2%, despite the surge of Pro Bowl running back Joe Mixon as the leading rusher. Stroud's sophomore season is approaching slump territory under Slowik's watch. The Ohio State product has regressed in completion percentage, passer rating, EPA per dropback, and success rating. Not only has Stroud struggled, he's been sacked 34 times this season, only 4 fewer than reigning number 1 overall pick Caleb Williams. Now, I understand, guys, the entire offense has been a problem. It's not just Bobby Slowik. We talked about the offensive line, their inability to keep C.J. Stroud upright. They had a stretch where they were getting about 8 penalties a game called on this offensive line: false starts, holdings, illegal formation, illegal shift, ineligible man down the field. Just very undisciplined football. We saw C.J. Stroud cost you the game against the Detroit Lions, 2 second half ugly interceptions. So it hasn't been all Bobby Slowik, ladies and gentlemen. However, it's just the way this Houston Texan offense is called, the way this Houston Texan offense collapses, that confuses me. I feel like we take the ball out of CJ's hands in crucial situations. What I mean by that, remember in the game against the Green Bay Packers, you knew that the Houston Texans did not want to put up 7 in the final minutes. They only wanted to put up 3. And what happened? It came back and bit you in the ass. Against the Detroit Lions, what happened? The Houston Texans chose to settle for a very long Kaimi Fairbairn field goal. Now he can get that and put it up through the middle. However, you ran 2 run plays that went for negative yards that made it harder on your kicker. I don't understand moments like that. I would have rather have the ball in CJ Stroud hands against the Detroit Lions. I would have had the Houston Texan offense be aggressive and try to put up 7 against the Green Bay Packers. How different would we be talking about this team if they would have even won one of the 2 games, let alone both of them? But the fact of the matter is, the fact that this offense has been conservative, it has costed the Houston Texans games. I mean, it's not hard to see that CJ Stroud is regressing, ladies and gentlemen. Which is why I think a change needs to be made sooner rather than later. Now, whether that's Gerard Johnson, your quarterback coach who decided to stay another year after getting interviewed for OC jobs elsewhere, whether it's Bob Lazor, who has offensive coordinator experience before with the Chicago Bears, when you have a young QB like CJ Stroud and you see him running for his life, and you see the fact that you had 2 very good football teams by their throats and you let them get away, is why I think you need to make a change. When you talk about same old Houston Texans, that is exactly what this team has showed you all year. What is the big win of this team this season? You can say Buffalo, but that was before they got themselves Amari Cooper. Other than that Buffalo game, you haven't had any success against a team above 500. You go on primetime football and get embarrassed 2 weeks in a row against the New York Jets and against the Detroit Lions, and your defense played well in both of those matchups. Just picked off Jared Goff 5 times. It is the offense that is holding back this team from greatness. I said that in the intro, and I'm going to say that again. If we do not see a change and we continue to see no adjustments in the second half, you can kiss the dreams, an AFC championship of Super Bowl goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, that shows that the Houston Texans are choosing to settle. You have an opportunity to get this right before you play the Miami Dolphins, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Baltimore Ravens. Because what could happen, ladies and gentlemen, is the Houston Texans can win their next 3 games. Let's fight for seeding. Let's show that we're one of the best in the league. You are getting Nico Collins back. Hopefully that is a big help to the offense. But once this all gets figured out, and I feel like I've been saying it all year, who is going to stop this Houston Texans team? For more content, guys, you guys know what to do. Feel free to follow me for more. Let me know if you think the Houston Texans need to make a change at OC. For more Houston Texans content, just come back and follow for more. Go Houston. This episode was brought to you and powered by BetUS, where the game begins. Quick 24-hour payouts, 24-hour customer service. Guys, you all have a very blessed day.